What's up?
Oh
What's up?
my God.
We live? Yeah.
Yeah, my
What
fault,
are
my
you
fault.
doing, man, with these graphics, man?
Excuse me, man.
Let the
Hey,
man introduce himself.
it's after the whistle. You know,
It's Coach Kev here. It's Coach Drew. We can't take nothing serious.
We
How
got
y'all
Bad Go
doing?
Productions, man, on the back, and he is glitching like bad, bro. We trying to bring information, and this man is back here glitching. But nah, we bringing it to y'all, man. We gonna get this thing done. We having fun, man. We enjoying life right now, and we had a great Thursday, Friday, man, and we finna talk about it. So, Kev, let's get into it after the whistle. But before we jump into after the whistle, make sure y'all hit that like, follow button. It don't cost y'all nothing, man. Stop doing us like that. Hit the like, follow button, man. Please.
hello.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Kev.
Share it, man. Share it. Show us some love. All right. So after whistle, episode 2, first thing we're gonna get into, man. Last week, we gotta get into last week. First game, we're gonna jump into Dunbar and Riverdale. All right.
Reality check.
Reality check.
Reality check.
So,
Reality check.
A lot of points, man. A lot of points put up right here. We got a 50 ball. 50 ball. First one we talking about of the season. All right. So, Drew, I'm gonna ask you first, man. Dunbar, 50 ball on Riverdale. They legit. This offense legit.
Most of. And I truly believe looking at their schedule, they finna put up more. They finna really earn their name, the 50 boys. Looking at their schedule, I see a couple, games that they're gonna have. One Spruce Creek is gonna be a challenge for them, and I think they're gonna be able to stand up to the challenge with the leadership with Brandon Seabrook at quarterback. I seen this cat being raised. I seen this cat, play different positions from linebacker to running back. He might even play lineman one time. And now to see him performing at quarterback and knowing his family support from the back end, from his parents and his grandparents, like he has a support behind him, and he definitely has Edison Ave and the Dunbar community behind him. But he has weapons, man. Like it's sick. Like you playing. They got a on offense. They have a dream team because they got a running back that really wasn't mentioned in. But you got two senior receivers with Freddie Jackson and Andre Moss Jr. And we ain't gonna even name the youngest man because, like, we'll be on here all day, man. We can't talk too much about Dunbar. But Sam Brown, I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna tell you, you bamboozled me. But I knew if you played your players, I was going with Dunbar. But you bamboozled me. I thought you was gonna sit him off. I didn't know you were gonna do it like that. And hats off to Riverdale. The game was good, but we got to do some, halftime adjustments. I don't know if you guys put in some different players or whatever because we won at the game. Shout out to D Strong for shooting that live because we can't be everywhere and he did a great job, man. And we just trying to create a platform for, these kids, you guys to be able to share everything's going on. So that was my take from that, man. It was whew,
hey, man.
Sam
it
Brown.
was it was a good one. So some of the things that I noticed, and I got some of this stuff from the Yahoo and the news press. So going into halftime, it says Riverdale was up 29-28. I believe we remember that because we got the scores at halftime. We seen Riverdale was up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
coming out of halftime, Dunbar went 22-0. So after halftime, according to Yahoo Sports, Riverdale didn't score any points. So you got to tip your hat off to Dunbar's defense right there. Everybody's kind of focused on the offensive side, but Dunbar's defense made some halftime adjustments and they didn't allow a single point coming into the second half. So, hats off to them. Um, I ain't gonna get into all the skill players. I could talk to them. I could talk. I got a lot of respect for those guys. I got a chance to see some of just some of the clips of some of the stuff they've been doing over the summer. Some of them 7-on-7s they got to go to. Really talented group.
Hmm.
Really excited to see them work this year. Quarterback, gunslinger, but he's safe with the football. He had like you said earlier, me and you was talking 1,800 yards plus last year, and only had 6 picks on the season according to Max Prep. So smart gunslinger with the football. You know what I mean? That's what you want, a smart gunslinger. Um, but
Most definitely.
I think Riverdale's gonna bounce back. I think they're still gonna have a strong season. I do think Dunbar is legit as well, though. I think they serious, and I think that they're gonna have a good couple games where they put up points like this. So I'm eager to see it, man. I'm eager to see it. But let's push
Right.
forward, man. Let's push forward. We got a good couple games.
Before, cause I know we got some that. Let's talk about the Thursday night game before we push forward, because we did go to Bishop Row and Charlotte game,
That's
and
true.
we had a great time, and we was. I want to give a shout out to the athletic director Garrett Coleman, and then the head coach Richard Rose, because giving us access, to the locker room and just being able to come into the game for free. We really appreciate that, and we got to
Absolutely.
see some studs out there, man. We got to see some studs.
Absolutely,
You know,
man.
one of
Absolutely.
one of the kids, I went out there and I expected Aiden Gonzalez to do what he did. So, he did his job and performed as he was. But I seen some young guys out there. It's a D lineman I got to talk about, Anthony's. And I know this dude, when I met him, he had a brother. And when I tell you they were the baddest damn kids I ever been a part of in my life, and they mama brought him out to the Cypress, and his brother really wasn't on the listening tip, but Anthony stuck with it. And I seen Anthony's, I think I was more happy for his 3 sacks than he was, because he's a 10th grader, and I think he about 6'4", the most loveliest kid in the world. But on that field, he a dog. And I expected Jai to do what he did. Jai in Germany, he held his ground. But the next corner that I did see was Jarvis Lee, number 8, Bishop Road. When I told you this kid, and I knew he was gonna be always one of those
Yeah.
guys, and he still got a lot of stuff, but he came down and laid the wood on that. What it was, three-star, 4-star tight end.
Tight end, yeah. Charlotte.
That they had at Charlotte. He came and laid the wood, and it's like that's what you want from a DB. To be able to cover and what I'm saying, and tackle. And he's a very versatile kid because he's also an ex baseball player. He can play some basketball, so he's a versatile athlete. So I'm really excited to see what what I'm saying. Bishop have in store. They got it. They probably got one of the toughest schedules around here in Southwest Florida. They're going through a gauntlet. So, and then we Nairobi. Roby. I want to see what Roby does over there. So that's the game. What did you think when you showed up?
I like how Bishop, man, super uniform team. I really like their offensive scheme. I was telling you that. I kept telling you that on the way home. I mean, during the game and on the way home. So I was
Shout
impressed
out to
with.
Josh, baby, the
Yeah.
OC.
Okay. Shout out. Yeah.
Shout out to the OC over there. He know what he doing. I was impressed with that quarterback. He was quick, man. He was fast, a lot faster than I anticipated. Um, and then he quick decision too. I like how it's like 1-2. He pull it down and run. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Defensively, they swarming. I seen, I really like what I seen from their team. I think that they're super sound, and I'm ready to see them versus um a super competitive team. You know what I'm saying? I think that they're gonna.
They
Not
got
saying shout out to Charlotte because y'all got some guys. Charlotte definitely got some guys over there. Just probably still putting it together, but really eager to see what Bishop
most
does
of
this year. I think they got some. I think they got some potential this year. I want to see them get tested.
and the quarterback Hudson. That's my dog. Hudson always been cool, man. Hudson gonna get jiggy with it. I just want to see him throw it a little more. You know what I'm saying? Be a little more patient because he has a lot of young receivers over there, and he's gonna have to understand. And but I think Hudson's gonna do a great job over there for Bishop. And then so now we can move on to the South and Cape Coral, baby.
Yes,
The
sir.
The
game we
South.
were at, man.
This was a good one, man. This was a good one. This is a game that we was at. We had a chance to witness this one in person, man. Like you were saying before, shout out to everybody, man, for letting us have those opportunities to be up there in the box and really check this game out from the first hand view. Really impressed with South, Drew. Really impressed with South,
Yeah,
man.
They got some
yeah.
weapons.
I saw some huge bright spots from both sides, but I do want to give a huge shout out before we jump into this thing. Riley, well, thank you, big bro. You know what I'm saying, allowing us access. You know what I'm saying, the athletic director over there, all you guys. You know what I'm saying, and Damian Rudolph up there on the ones and twos on the microphone, man. Like you guys made us feel at home. We came into the booth, AC'd out, and got to see the coaches that was up top and see the coaches on the side. But this was a game that was very impactful. We had some ex South players out there. We had Bunkies in attendance. We had Duke Dixon in attendance. We had Quayshawn Fuller and his brother in attendance, man. So it was a great game to be a part of. And we got to see one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in Southwest Florida since, I must say, Carter Smith. I got to be honest with you because Carter Smith was very electrifying. Now we have Jay Way. Is it his way or whoever way? But Jay gonna have his way, and that's what he did.
Absolutely.
Jaden
Absolutely.
Henderson.
Big
Yeah, man.
numbers. Big numbers. Jaden
Yeah.
Henderson.
What is it, two passing and
Two rushing?
Two passes, two rushing for total. You know what I'm saying? And coming out of, and you made a statement when we were talking about that, what you saw from him that was very important was he kept the chains moving. And I need you to, have as an offensive coordinator, how important is that?
Man, that's everything, man. You just gotta take what's on the plate. Each 10 at a time. You know what I'm saying? And then you get chances in between to take your shots. But one thing a lot of people were saying a lot about him rushing the ball a lot. What I didn't see him do is turn the ball over. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I was up there. Like you said, there was some food. Me and
Oh,
Derek went and got some food a couple times. So, but I didn't see
mhm.
him put the ball on the ground. So, you
Yes.
know, I
That's a
trust
great
somebody like
point.
that.
I
That's a
trust
great
someone
point.
like that.
And it was, the thing about, the game was it was very exciting from the standpoint of the player personnel. First of all, this the year of the receivers. We got to speak it. We gonna speak it in this instant. We got a top receiver at Port Charlotte. We got a top receiver at St. John Newman. We got a top receiver at Bishop. We got a top receiver at Cape. You got about 19 of them at Dunbar. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's mad crazy. South, TK Curse. I mean, the look Curse. Are you curses? Are you guys gonna stop producing? Like, this kid is amazing. Like, this is the year of receivers and the quarterbacks. I think if you had a quarterback right now, you are loving, you know what I'm saying, your life. You got the receiver out of Stera. I don't know his name. Sorry, young man. Drop that in the comment if you know. But You gotta
Sometimes,
love life right now, cause these dudes are doing numbers, man. Like I average getting the ball one time a game, and these kids are like they ripping it, man. You can't be more excited for the receivers and the quarterbacks, and none of that happens without that front five. So we want to make sure we give a huge shout out to the O line that's doing that thing. You got to make sure the center got to always make sure he's snapping on point, keeping that ball so it's not going over the coach's head. I mean the quarterback head, and the linemen that are protecting the quarterback to make sure y'all get that ball. Receivers, quarterbacks, make sure y'all take care of y'all big boys because they
sure.
are making it happen for you.
Absolutely. All right. Receipt check. We keep the receipts, man. Who we hit on, who we miss on. I already know who I missed on. I already
Who
know
you
who I.
missed on?
Kate, man. I mean, yeah, I missed on Kate. I remember what I said. I said I just think that the quarterback needed a little bit more cohesion. Not just the quarterback, the whole team, because I knew they had so many people transfer in, but they play. One thing about the game of football, man, if you can run the football, it make a lot of things easy in your life. You know what I'm saying? And South can run the football. Shout out to Gallishaw, the running back, man. Great game, bro.
Most up,
Great.
most up. Great James, young man. So if I say, and I'm, OG did his, so I got to do mine. I kind of had my little, backup plan with Dunbar and Riverdale because I kind of, gave my way of escape out of that game. So I ain't going. But Mariner, I owe you
Yeah.
a huge, what I'm saying, apology. That was my miss because I didn't know they had gas like that. They got a couple premium Fleetwoods over there, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? And they
Do.
put up numbers. So that is my miss.
Yeah.
Like definitely
Dude,
receipt check. We gonna check
I,
ourselves.
I missed
The
that one
rest
as
on my A. It's the kickoff class.
I missed that one as
well,
well.
man,
Yeah.
I wanna speak on that too, cause hey, big hats off to them for overcoming all the things that they've been through in the past couple weeks, and then not only winning, but making a statement. So big hats off
Yeah.
to Mary, man.
Persevering. And OG had it right. OG was like, you know what I'm saying? Was that OG or might be Johnson? One of them talked about it, but he was shout out to them most of. And I would say saying too early right now from to judge from the predictions of having, you know what I'm saying, they a banger or they might have a rough season.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
who we got? Who we got? All right,
so I guess
first.
we're gonna jump on the stock watch and push it forward. So who you got on your stock watch?
Who my stock up on?
All
Yeah,
right, I'm gonna
stock
start.
watch.
I'm gonna start with obviously Dunbar. Obviously, my stock is
Stock
up
up.
on.
I'm just
I'm really eager to see what they do, man. I'm ready to see that. That's a good team they beat. I know that Coach Gibson gonna have that defense ready. So for them to come out and put up, you know, not only 50 but put up 22 unanswered in the second half. Like they just hit a switch. Like, man, we finna stop playing, man. Let's, like, okay. I think my stock's up on Dunbar, man. I'm ready to see. Of obviously they got Cypress Lakes next week. Do you know who they got after that? I ain't got it pulled up.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I
Uh,
gotta look at that.
yeah, I'll check it out. But so they got Cypress next week. But I'm ready to see them have another big game. Who you got? Who's somebody you up on, man? Stock watch right now, man.
Right now, I gotta be honest with you, man. My stopwatch is up on, you know, we gotta call a spade a spade. Venice, man. Venice done put up 72 points, man. Like I like a lot of teams and stuff, but they, we gotta talk about, this, we gotta call the elephant in the room. They 72 to Sam, like their stock is definitely up. They made a statement. I don't know if they didn't pull the people out of what, like other people you're supposed to, but I thought the clock runs quick after a certain period of time to put up 72. Oh yeah, stock up.
Man,
They got whew, boy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. They had a
Yeah,
freshman that scored a couple touchdowns, and and
yes.
he
you
Shout out,
know he
shout out to Fort Miles grown Lehigh, Iredale, Pookie boy. Shout out to Pookie boy for giving us, Iredale Senior. His son's down there in Venice, and he actually went up there and had 3 touchdowns. So that's shout out to Venice. Now, your player for stock up. Who you stocking up on your player, baby?
who is my player for that I'm stock up on right now? Okay,
Yeah, you can name several of them.
I can name several of them, but I'm gonna
align it with who I said my stock ups with on in Dunbar. I'm gonna align it with the sophomore Thule Hutchins. I like him a lot, man.
That's nice.
I think he gon' I think
That's
I know the seniors, proven, that they got a lot, but stock up on him. Stock up on Thule.
and I'm gonna go because I seen it in person and I seen, you know what I'm saying? Like stock up, right? We could make a list and we might make a list because a lot of y'all stock is up, but I gotta go with Anthony's, man. D lineman, sophomore, 3 sacks. Bishop, I gotta go with Anthony's, man. Anthony's B. Y'all watch this kid. He is going to be a problem for the next couple of years if he stays healthy. It is, huh, he's gonna have every offer in the United States if he keep doing what he's doing.
Absolutely. Big kid.
Yeah.
Fast too.
So so where we going next, my boy? Almost wrapping this thing up. Oh yes, it's been so exciting. Hit
Almost,
that like,
almost.
share, follow.
so we're gonna push it forward. We're gonna push it
Forward. All right. So,
So under
oh,
the
go ahead.
helmet, baby.
All right. So under the helmet, it's the next session that we got. So I'm gonna start it off with the first one, and then I'm gonna pass it on to Drew, and then you gonna pass it back to me, and then we gonna end it off with you.
Okay, let's double dutch this mud. Tap, 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 tap. Let's go.
All
Bow.
right, let's do it, man. Let's do it. So first thing up, under the helmet, we got the statement performance of the week. Okay, who is my statement? I think out of everybody that made a statement, I'm gonna say South Fort Myers, in my eyes, made the statement. Okay, because to me, and this is because they had so many people come in, and it's so hard to get a chemistry and if it ain't been built over a long period of time. But some of these kids could have friendships and stuff like that, but for them to come in, blend that team together so quickly and beat a really really good team like that, I think that's my statement performance of the week. That's good
Yeah,
anyway.
turn your mic off now.
All right, all right, all right. So we got under the helmet, first things first. Who made us look twice, man? Statement performance. I got the statement performance. All right, under the helmet, I think the player that had the statement performance, uh, quarterback Jaden Henderson for South. All right, and the reason I say that is because I say that South had a hard task. They had a really disciplined, really well coached team that they had to beat in Cape Coral. Also brought in some good transfers. They got like one of the top ranked edge rushers in Kamani. So for the quarterback to come in, blend that team together with all the transfers in one summer, you know, and be able to will the team to a victory like they did, quarterback and the rest of the team, he definitely has. They definitely it was a group effort, but I learned a lot about the quarterback in that game. So for me, Jaden Henderson had a statement performance. All right, Drew, who you got
Most
under
definitely.
the whistle, under the helmet? Who you got?
Like, yeah, for statement performance, like we got a lot of guys I can name, you know what I'm saying? But this is stuff like I've been around here a little bit, so I expect these things from these guys. But I gotta go with Tundrick Mack from Mariner, man. This kid, three special team touchdowns, turned into Devin Hester for Mariner. You know, all the turmoil and all the stuff that they went through. I think this kid right here made a statement out of all of them. Three special teams, you
Absolutely.
can't like that changes the game because a lot of people forget special teams is one third of the football game, little buddies, and he scored three touchdowns on special teams. So I go with Tundras Mack from Mariner.
I like it. I like it. All right, now we moving on to breakout player of the week this week. All right, we got our breakout player. So for me, I say my breakout player. I feel like he having a slight breakout. Um, Still could do more, but for this, he just transferred into a new school. For him to put up three tackle for losses in the loss versus Dunbar, I gotta give it to Wovendale Beauplain out there at Riverdale. Wovendale had three tackle for losses. Um, Showed up, still could do more. Definitely could still do more. They had all them pass attempts. You got to get you a sack in there. But for you to come in there, I think I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like what I seen out of there. So I'm gonna say that's my breakout for this week. Who you got?
My breakout player, I'm going with Jarvis Lee, Bishop Road corner. Like he showed me some things, and I see that he's going to be a very, very, very key part to their success. And him being developed and growing. I'm going with Jarvis Lee, Bishop Road corner.
He was aggressive, man. He was aggressive for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it forward, man. So we got next is a name to remember. A name to remember. Okay. So, and I think you've already mentioned this name once, but I think once Jaden Henderson and this guy get it rolling, I think he's gonna be a name to remember, and that's the wide receiver Curse over there at South. What's his first name, man?
What's Kurt's first name? Then you do his graphics. We don't know
I forgot.
Kurtz. He's
Yeah, I
just in the
know we
Kurtz
did it.
bloodline. It's a thousand of them, and they just keep producing them. That's what I love it. We're gonna get our information. Drop that in the comment section, and we're
Yeah,
gonna give a
definitely
shout out
drop
to
that
his mom.
for sure. Definitely
Yeah, his
drop that
mom.
in the
Most
comments, man. I think Curse gonna be. I think he gonna be a problem. Got a big frame, big catch radius. Seems like from what I seen, he can run. Look like he can run. Definitely ready to see what he does. I think that's gonna be a name to remember for sure. Who
yeah, and
for
he
sure.
reminds me of like a Julio Jones type guy. His body frame.
Absolutely.
So with me, you know what I'm saying. If I go with you know um It's because I seen some great things out of OJ. Ah, seen some great things out of boy. Ooh, ooh, that's a great one. This is a good one. Then you got to look at, because I expect that from TJ Slide. Oh my God. I don't know. Do we have to take a drink or something if we can't figure out the kid or whatever? Because I got to skip over that. I,
Make a new
that's a
rule.
little rough.
Make a
Yeah, we
new
got to make a new
rule.
rule like drink champs. So it's so many, man, like, on that one. Let's go to the next one. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to
No
excuse
worries,
me.
man. No worries at all, man. So, all right, we're gonna push forward. So we got the last and final one, man, under the helmet is the unsung impact. Which player had the most unsung impact in these games that we got to see? Okay, so I can only speak on what I got this not just seen, but from what I seen throughout the content and everything I consumed. Um, Most unsung impact. I'm gonna say I haven't seen him get talked about as much as he should have, and that's the running back from South, I'd say. And I
Most
just
definitely.
speaking off of what got to see, because there were so many good performances. But the running back from South, the same way I said the quarterback, he kept the chains moving. The running back was never easy to tackle, and it always took like it seemed like it always took more than one person to bring him down. Very fast, very quick. You got to have your angles on him. So I say that the running back from South, I think his name's Arthur Galashaw Jr. I think he's probably one of the unsung heroes of that game.
Most definitely. And I say, me personally, if I'm gonna sit up here and pick out anything, it was a lot of blowouts. I'm getting mine to the offensive lineman. Period. From every team.
I
Because you
heard
got,
that.
if you putting up 72, you putting up 50, you putting up 48, you know what I'm saying? Somebody ain't getting promoted the right way.
That's
And
right.
I can sit up here and go on names, because they highlights are being posted, but shout out to the O lineman. That's who go in my spot, the O lineman. That's it. Yes,
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like that, Drew. That's a good one.
sir.
That's a real good one right there, man. That's a real good one. So,
Yeah,
all right,
man.
man.
So
So to finish it up, man, just to end it off, some final statements, man. To going into next week, we got some big games. We got some big games. We got some potential statement games that we're gonna get into. Um, any players, man? Anybody you interested in seeing going in this next week before we close out after the whistle?
I'm really interested in seeing, how the Riverdale and the Estero game turns out, and see how, if Lehigh is official and is South official. Like, I want to see how Cape Coral takes on Port Charlotte,
Great game.
and I want to see if, well, we ain't even gonna talk about Dunbar. Dunbar finna 50 pipe. So I'm sorry, but that's what I'm really interested in seeing this week. How those teams perform, and I want to see if Riverdale comes out there and makes a statement, or a stero, and we'll see this week.
Absolutely. That's a good one, man. That's a really good one. That makes me think about the loss that Immokalee took to Naples.
Yeah,
I don't know who Immokalee plays next week. Hopefully, it's a good game, but I want to see how they bounce back, because I feel like they was really high on everybody's radar. It's actually I feel like a good bit of people felt like Naples was gonna lose to Immokalee, which isn't, from my understanding, ain't normal, but. Naples came out and did what Naples do. Um, Eager to see how Immokalee bounces back. I know they got guys over there. They got some guys, so ready to see how they bounce back next week. And
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
most definitely.
See how it goes. See if we got any more 50 balls, man. See if it's less less blowouts than this week.
Yeah, and before we go, we're gonna show those scores, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Go ahead and show those scores, Bad Goat TV. Bam, they on the screen. It was rough.
Yeah, man. Hopefully this week we got less blowouts, more competitive games, but football back, I ain't got no complaints, man.
Most deaf. We can't argue about it, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, follow
Yeah.
button because we
Like,
trying to
share.
bring y'all the content. And we out
All right.
after the
And we
whistle.
out. Rabidu.
The game ends. The conversation starts. Follow BDSN and watch what happens next.